Crazy? Really crazy? I shouldn't even tell you this. I was gonna murder all.
What?
Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all collective. Shout out to y'all again. If you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish you a smooth 7. I love y'all collective. I hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all vibrating all right. Before we get going today, I do want to say make sure your post notifications are on. Click all when you make sure it's on. Make sure you subbed up. Because a lot of people been getting unsubbed. We know why. A lot of people ain't been getting the notifications when we upload. We know why. As well as I'm not getting y'all notifications when y'all reply back to the comments. So if I say something, y'all comment on it, and then I comment back and we have a conversation, I'm not getting notified about that. So just letting y'all know that. But I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
I was watching the movie Alice in Wonderland when I noticed some strange things to be a children's movie. If we look closely throughout the film, things appear that have a slightly shady background. For example, the fact that she came out is sitting on that fungus and then eats it. And that if we look for the effects that this zeta causes when eating it, one of them is the feeling as if you are growing in size, exactly as in the film. But hope that's not all. If you noticed what those peculiar flowers were, look at, I show it to you. And Tade. Coincidentally, that is what provokes rejection at this time. But hope that's not all when I'm...
I never really watched that movie still.
So there's a theory that the Michael Jackson, the whole scandal, was set up by Walt Disney.
Whoa, Walt Disney?
By Disney.
What did Walt Disney do?
Check this out, man. Now, as we know, Marvel rights are owned to who? Disney. But before it was owned like some part to Fox, some part to like Sony, this and that. Now, before Michael Jackson's huge scandals with all the things that happened in the news with him, he was actually in talks to try and acquire everything of Marvel, buy all the Marvel licensing and rights to every single Marvel superhero.
I remember that.
So what he was planning to buy everything from Universal. And he could have done it. Like, he had enough money to buy all, because at the time, Marvel was bankrupt. It's not what it is
so
now.
They needed help,
Now, in an interview, he was literally saying, "Oh man, if we could only do it, I can get the rights to any movie I want, TV show." You know, he was thinking so far into the future that all of these companies weren't thinking, and he was literally about to do it. But the moment he had this interview, hold on,
let me see.
Listen. The moment he had this interview, and the word came out that he was seeking to acquire all of it, the Michael Jackson scandals came in, and everything got pushed to the side. And Disney stepped in to start buying all of the rights. And Fox and all of these other things. It was because he couldn't anymore.
Okay.
Here, listen to him.
Let me see.
We could easily go into Universal and buy. We would own Jaws, E.T., Close Encounters, you know, all the classics from Universal.
All the classics.
Listen.
All of that stuff. That will allow us to do a Universal, a channel. Part of the Marvel channel can be not only the Marvel characters, but
Marvel films.
The catalog.
Listen.
We could do anything we want, from restaurants to retail, theme park.
Yo, he was thinking ahead.
Yeah.
But the moment like that info came out,
they didn't want it.
I guess.
They want you to just be an artist, just be an entertainer. They don't want you to be an owner, bro. They don't want you to be, they don't want you to learn how to think on your own. They don't want you to learn how to make more money and make more money work for you. They don't want that, bro. They don't want that. Knowledge is power, man. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts.
The idea that reptilian humanoids live amongst us is very popular. At least 4% of Americans actually believe in this theory. And this theory became most popular in the early 2000s. This former footballer and broadcaster, David Icke, began speaking out about these humanoid creatures. And do you remember my Antarctica video? Well, yeah, I mentioned Admiral Byrd, and Admiral Byrd even stated that when he reached Hollow Earth, he actually came in contact with reptilian beings. Now, whether you want to just chalk this up to just a crazy conspiracy, this belief became so popular that even the Ohio State University explored the psychology behind these beliefs. And for years, people have been trying to catch broadcasters going live on national television shapeshift into these lizard beings. And of course, this is brushed off as being a glitch in the system. You do have to admit that it is pretty darn scary to see somebody's face morph into whatever this is on national television. And this guy by the name of Philip Bump even wrote articles on how to spot reptilian humanoid creatures in the US government. And according to him, how to spot a reptilian working in the US government is somebody having the characteristics such as low blood pressure, random weird scars, and a serious love for space and aircraft travel. And the biggest theory is that the most powerful people running our world are in fact reptilian beings. This belief system is rather crazy, but I do think it's fascinating that universities have wrote psychology articles about this. And I'm sure you've heard this so many times, a lot of people think Mark Zuckerberg is a reptile. It became such a popular theory that even Mark Zuckerberg himself came out and said, no, I am not.
One of the crazy things when you do these live Q&As is some of them are very silly. So we got one. Mark, are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard?
What do you believe? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
They said it was but the real cause was something few knew about. In August 2014, the world was stunned when Robin Williams was found at his California home. Early reports blamed mental health struggles, but the truth was far more complex. Months later, his autopsy revealed he had Lewy body dementia, an aggressive and little-known brain disease often misdiagnosed as Parkinson's. It can cause severe anxiety, hallucinations, and rapid cognitive decline. Robin had been experiencing symptoms, memory problems, paranoia, and insomnia, but doctors hadn't given him a clear diagnosis. In his final days, he believed he was losing his mind without knowing why. Some speculate that if he had been properly diagnosed, he might have had more time and better treatment. Others believe the secrecy around his condition was meant to protect his legacy. Robin Williams brought joy to millions. But his final chapter was marked by a battle even he didn't fully understand, leaving fans with heartbreak and questions about how it all happened so fast. Did the medical system fail Robin Williams, or was his decline unstoppable?
I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably, if who believes this story first of all? Like that they hid it from they hid all of this information from the public because to keep his legacy straight. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I'll be honest. That's probably what I would do with my peoples. If something was to go left, it won't. But if it was to go left, I probably would have been like, I probably would tell my peoples like, hey, look, we're not going to tell everybody. One day we just going to make the last video the greatest video. And when I go and I'm missing and they don't see me and then I just go and I transition, I want y'all, my peoples, my family, to go ahead and explain what was going on. Explain what happened. Kind of like Chadwick Boseman. So you could kind of see, like, even though I was going through something, I was still pushing for the greater good of the people. I was still pushing a certain message. I was still inspiring others, even though I might not have been inspired at that time, or I might have been going through something mentally that's hard to keep pushing. Literally, I'm loving the world more than I love myself, or I have love for the world being a better place. I'm pushing for that more than I'm loving myself. Which to some people, yeah, that's a problem. But when you make a deal with God, man, you gotta hold up in on that. You gotta hold up on that bargain. And for me personally, I did. So I gotta hold up on that bargain. You know, when I ask for certain things, I can't complain when I'm dealing with some of the consequences from receiving some of those blessings. Every blessing comes with some type of downfall, some type of negative thing that comes with it. New levels, new devils. Like, straight up. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Or do y'all think that he's playing a character? Because I know there's some out there who think that. Y'all let me know. But rest in peace to Robin Williams. I don't want to be disrespectful to his family, to him. That was a legend. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, though. Spam it up, collector.
Crazy? Really crazy? I shouldn't even tell you this. I was gonna...
What?
I can't believe he said that.
Woo, yeah! Nothing beats it.
We're out here.
2 holidays. And
Oh.
right now, you can save £50 per person.
That shit almost had his whole arm. Oh, some people, bro, they do some of the most slickest shit that they about to get away with it. Look, me personally, I think I would have waited for him to come. I probably would have like posted up somewhere else and waited for him to come. Damn that. Nah, I probably would have, just to see his reaction. And if he would have gave me that like surprise look, what y'all think we doing? Lord, forgive me for my thoughts. Also, or I'm standing on the corner right there with the doors right here. It's that wall, and then it's the stairway right where that wall at. I'ma hide right there. I'ma just sit right there and let him come up the stairs. As soon as he come up the stairs, bro, I'm gonna be like, "What was you doing?" And I'm gonna make sure he's standing. Y'all know, I'm gonna make sure he's standing right at the top of that, man. Boom! It's gonna be a crazy 300 kick down the. Y'all know, y'all remember in 300, we kicking his ass all the way down them flight of stairs. Or we rocking, bro. Shit, we rocking him, bro. I'm sorry, I apologize, but my family falling ill. We set a camera and seen what you doing, bro. I'm taking matters into my own hands. We holding court right there on the stairwell. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, bro. That's what I'm doing. The clip before that, dude almost lost his arm. But the clip before that, what are you doing if someone tells you they were about to unalive you? And you let them into your friend group. And you ain't did nothing to them. And they was about to do that to you randomly. How would you feel? What would you do next? Same shit, 300 kids.
Bro, how can a scientist know that something is extinct? Oh, you looked everywhere, huh?
Bullshit.
Breaking, shocking news. Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, which is BBB, which is 666 in Gematria, pumps $2.5 billion into AI-powered surveillance across all federal and major state highways. Facial recognition, plate readers, autonomous surveillance towers, all with 24/7 real-time tracking and data collection. Welcome to the mega-flavored control grid. Haven't people been warning about this for decades? What's going on in China is said to be the blueprint for the rest of the world. And to be clear, I'm not even blaming Trump. I don't think that he even pulled this string. You may be thinking, what do you mean he's the president, man? Have you heard of the hidden hand? There's a whole lot of seriously sinister and dark stuff going on right now. This is the tip of a technocratic dystopian iceberg.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Sometimes I see people saying like, I go at Trump, but don't go at Biden. Bro, it's F Biden. Straight up. He shouldn't have never been in office. Do I blame Trump for some of this? I think, again, I'm not looking at it from it's this or it's that. I'm looking at it from who's above both of them calling both the shots. That's how I'm looking at it. The royal families, the royal bloodlines. That's how I'm looking. I'm looking way deeper than the red and the blue. I just hope this surveillance can finally catch where all our kids have been going missing. Can they catch that? If you can't, F out of here, bro. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't care about it.
Something you'll get a lot of hate for if you say it out loud.
The Egyptian gods never existed. They symbolize the different body parts of your body. Anubis represents the tongue. He's a dog with the barking because the power of life and death is in the tongue. Falcon of Horus is the inner brainstem. Osiris, the god of death and the underworld. He represents the reptilian brain, hence why he's green and has reptiles next to him. The reptilian brain is when our consciousness exists in death because we don't think. Horus with the circle on his head represents the limbic system in the brain. Amun-Ra is the hippocampus in the brain. Ra is where we get RAM. Computer has a RAM for memory, and the hippocampus in the brain is all to do with memory. This is the Lamb of God. Thoth, the god of wisdom, the one who preserves the ancient wisdom. Ibis bird is the sternum, which is the chest, which contains the treasure, which is our soul, our heart. Our heart contains the sacred knowledge. Sternum protects the heart, the treasure. He preserves the wisdom. The Ankh is the portal into the physical world, the uterus. The Bible even tells you that animals are deeply symbolic. Job 12:7. Ask the beasts of the field and they will teach you, the birds of heaven and they will tell you, because each animal represents a part of the human experience. Snakes represent the wave of energy. The Egyptians saw each body part had a specific role in the human experience, and these parts of our body are very sacred.
Okay, to answer your question though, I'm gonna expose this. I don't care, bro. Rappers are gay. There are rappers that are on the top of the food chain right now. I'm not saying you, that are gay. Like actually, bro. They are bisexual. They other. Nah, you know. I'm sure you know, bro. You're a rap. I mean, your industry. There's some shit that goes on.
I know some shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, DDG looking at him like, bro, what is you doing? Yeah, I know some shit, but like, why I want to speak on somebody other shit, bro? You about to have them come over here with me. You can get away with certain shit that I can't get away with. Like, bro, understand that, bro. We homies. If we gonna be kicking it, you gotta know you can't do certain shit around me, bro. I ain't gonna get the walk away like you will. They gonna spank my ass, bro. Belt to ass. That is the best way I can put it. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts though. Spam it up, but yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes, and then somebody about to say all of them. Watch what you say, bro, cause I still be rapping. I don't play that shit, bro. Stop playing.
I hereby sentence you to 2,500 consecutive life sentences plus 1,000 years. Once you pass away, you will receive an attempted escape charge with an additional 200 years being added to your sentence, which you will begin serving in the afterlife once you get to hell. Should you be reincarnated after your death and return to Earth as another person, you will be arrested at birth and you will spend your entire next life in the state penitentiary.
Nah, that can't be real, bro. That got to be a voiceover.
Everybody must learn to not do an apnea test. You all must learn it now. And you have to know it. I hope you never have to use it on your relatives, but you need to learn it. Do not do an apnea test. No one should ever have the procedure of an apnea test. And then you have to know that the overdose of, they need time to heal. You know, right now, and I got a text as I was coming in from the father of a girl in Canada, Takesha McKitty. You can Google her if you want, Takesha McKitty. I was talking in New York, and I was going to New Jersey the next day, and they called me and asked me if I would help with Takesha. So I went to Canada to help her. She on September the 14th. On September the 20th, they issued a death certificate on her. She's still very much alive. She moves her feet, she moves her legs. You know, and I mean, I could.
But she has a death certificate?
She has a death certificate. She has a death certificate on September the 20th, and this is December the 5th. Yeah,
And she's still alive.
She's still alive, yes. But
With the death certificate.
But she could have had her organs cut out on September the 20th, but by going there, put a stop to that. So she was not dissected. Everybody who has their organs taken, they're all dissected alive. There's no organs you can get from a cadaver.
My wife will go crazy when she hears this, because she's donating her organs if she dies and has a car accident or anything.
Yeah, she should not be an organ donor. And so what she has to do, she must go back to the License Bureau and revoke that. And the law says it's a revocation. It's not a refusal, and they can still get her organs. And that law has been passed here in Ohio. So you asked, as we came in, have I been here before? Yes, I came here to testify against that law. And so then when they had hearings 2 weeks later, I came back again, and they said, we ordinarily don't allow people to testify more than once. Well, what is that kind of stuff? What kind of outfit do we have? So I didn't say anything, but then they said, but we'll let you testify because you're a doctor. And I think to myself, why should they let me testify versus anybody else more than once? But in the state of Ohio, every representative and every senator voted for the bill to make it so that everyone is an organ donor.
What type of shit is that, bro? What type of shit is that? Have y'all heard of this before? I'm like, what? Bro, but it makes sense, don't it? Hey, that's a rabbit hole for me to dive down. That's gonna mess my head up.
So I guess planes are back falling out of the sky now. Check this out, y'all. There was a family of 4 flying back from the Caribbeans, and they were just minutes away from landing at Pembroke Pines Airport, and they clipped some trees, some high trees. I don't know what happened, and they fell down immediately. The plane catch on fire. The whole neighborhood came out to help. So here's how it started. Y'all saw that? Slowed it down for y'all. Bam. Hit the tree, going down. Law enforcement was called to the scene in order to try to figure out what had happened. But yeah, I'm looking at the skies. But yeah, y'all, this is pretty wild because it has been really quiet with the planes. We haven't been hearing anything, and then out of nowhere, boom, this happens. And is it mechanical? Is it energetic? Because the sun was just popping off a few days ago. It let off a huge plasma discharge, and it takes, they say, a couple of days for it to hit Earth. So could this be the byproducts of it? So maybe we're gonna be hearing more of this, y'all. But yeah, the shift is here. Like, follow, share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Here's my house. Here is the accident right next door.
It's crazy, but I like to see us helping each other.
Yeah, y'all, I think this might be the beginning of the end. I'm not even gonna cap. This shit crazy, fool. Zuckerberg and his company just announced that they're building something out of the Sci-Fi Network channel, y'all. And when I say out of the Sci-Fi Network channel, this is what I'm talking about. Do y'all see that shit? This man is building a Hyperion data center. Do y'all see over Manhattan how big that junk gonna be? This is for the AIs, y'all. For the robots. This man and his team is building multiple AI superclusters. It's gonna be so powerful that it's gotta be this big, y'all. That can't be good, right? I know we jumping into the future, but this is past the future. It's not just a data center, y'all. This is a multi-gigawatt AI fortress. Bro, we're talking 5 gigawatts of energy. That's what they use to power nuclear plants. So they're doing this for AI? All I'm saying is y'all be ready, bruh. These robots are finna walk among us real soon. He trying to get this up and running by 2026. That's next year. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments.
Okay, so when every country starts to have robots, if we go to war with each other, would that mean robots will fight each other? instead of humans. Have y'all thought about that? I just thought about that when he said by 2026, and then I hear how we trying to implement the social credit scores, the face recognitions and the surveillance and shit, and we know China runs that already. So they already got a lot. Japan, China, all those countries got a lot of robots going on already. I be seeing the comments and I've seen the videos. Robots go to war when countries go to war if they all ran by robots. If everybody's working, or will they take the jobs and give those to robots but give us the war, send us to war? The humans send us to war. How we all think they play that? Curious. I never asked y'all that, and I was just thinking about it. Let me know. That's a too big of a sinner.
Evening everyone, happy Sunday, hope everyone's having a good weekend. So, does everybody remember the 1997 film starring Mel Gibson as a taxi driver? It's called Conspiracy Theory, and it goes back to a lot of what we've been saying in regards to how they've been putting things in our faces for many years in films. There's a little bit at the beginning of this clip where he does state in 1979 that military personnel rounded up all the winners of the Nobel Peace Prize and forced them to give semen samples, believe it or not. And you'll hear the rest of that at the beginning of the clip. So take a look at it. That's me done for the weekend. I'll see you all soon.
Forced at gunpoint to give semen samples in little plastic jars, which are now stored below Rockefeller Center underneath the ice skating rink. Wouldn't want to be there for the thaw. Ugh. I mean, it's disgusting. You know what they put in the water, don't you? Fluoride. Yeah, fluoride. On the pretext that it strengthens your teeth. That's ridiculous. You know what this stuff does to you? It actually weakens your will. Takes away the capacity for free and creative thought and makes you a slave to the state. So you ever wonder about all these militia groups, survivalist type kooks from the right-wing side? They say that they're defending the country from the UN troops. These guys are yelling so loud, my theory is, and this is a conspiracy, pal, that they are the UN troops and that they're in place. The infrastructure's ready, it's just a fait accompli. When the time comes, they'll just take over and we'll all be toast. Oswald, yeah, Oswald, that's what I said, Oswald. He said, I'm just a patsy, and that means that he didn't do it, right? Tell you the one about Arm & Hammer goes to the doctor, and the doctor said, hey, Armin, you've only got 3 minutes to live. And he says, oh my God, that's terrible news. Isn't there anything you can do for me, Doc? 3 minutes. And the doctor says, well, Armin, I can boil you an egg. I guess not. All right. Did you ever see those advertisements like, got milk? Hey, open up. Open it up. What's going on in there? Open it up. Son of a... Eat beef? I mean, that's kind of like saying smoke cigarettes or drive cars. I mean, it's real generic. It's like this guy looks at me and he says to me, you think you're living in a free country? Do you think this is a democracy? Of course it's not. Websites, newsletters, self-published manifestos, they think we're kooks. I mean, George Bush knew what he was saying when he said New World Order. Remember those three little words, New World Order? Well, he was a 33rd degree Mason, you know, and as ex-director of the CIA. He knew that saying that was sends conspirologists everywhere spinning their wheels, and they destroy their own credibility. Hey, don't get me wrong, sister. I'm sure your heart's in the right place, okay? But, you know, somebody's got to lift the scab, the festering scab that is the Vatican. The chip for identification so they can track down an animal anywhere he's at, you'll insert it under the dog's skin, and it's kind of like an identification thing. I mean, it's only a small, logical step, so they start putting it in us and our children. And then, before we know it, my God, they'll probably come with the pretext. Oh, sure, yeah. Hey, is that one of those new hundreds? You know, where they changed the picture of Ben Franklin? Look at him. Yeah. He looks like the love child of Fred Burt's and Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, get rid of him as soon as you can, lady. Look at it up to the light. You see the metal strip in it? That's a tracking device. If you got any more of those at home, get rid of them. Exchange them for goods or something. Because they'll follow you. They know where every one of those hundreds is going.
I still ain't never seen that movie.
The CNN founder, when CNN was in its early stages, he said, I want you to make a tape that we will play at when the world is gonna end.
Oh, they have one of those?
Yeah. So it's on YouTube. Everyone can search it up. So
it's already out.
No, like it got leaked.
Oh,
yeah. So what it is, it's a band playing in front of the White House. It's a Christian hymn.
So the moment the world ends, they're gonna play that live stream everywhere.
Yeah. So it's the Christian hymn is called "Nearer My God to Thee," and it's the exact song that was playing when the Titanic was sinking.
Oh, really?
So they got the band, they put it in front of the White House, and they started playing it.
Yeah.
The guy was recording it. Boom, they gave it to the founder. So when the world is supposed to end, CNN is supposed to broadcast it live. Like they're gonna show it on the news. Boom, the headlines go up. But you'll know when it ends because that tape will play the day of, they say.
Oh my God.
And you'll hear that hymn everywhere.
Oh, that's dark.
And then boom, that's
dark though.
Yeah.
That's grim as shit.
That don't tell you that we in a damn stage and everything we see is a game and they doing this shit and it's all like I always say, bro. We in the middle of Hunger Games. We in the middle of Truman Show. We in the middle of in the movie Purge. Just in different times. Y'all let me know if you think about it. Every crazy event that's happening, that shit damn near came from a movie first. Or at least they want to put it in a movie to give us the truth, to force us to accept it. So when they do what they do, they think they cheating karma. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. This shit crazy. We see all this shit play out. Floods, that's in movies. Half of this shit, bro.
This is Tom Ogle. In 1977, he created an engine that vaporized fuel that was able to push a Ford Galaxy 205 miles on just 2 gallons of gas. As he was waiting for a patent to get approved and find a way to mass produce these engines, he was found unalived after he just mysteriously dropped DEAD in a bar when he was out drinking with his friends. The autopsy said that this man, unalived from all of his friends, his lawyer, and his family all seriously uphold that definitely just whacked off by somebody in broad daylight. This has happened many times before. And I think people in the oil and gas industries will do whatever it takes to make sure that they whack people off and they won't even try to hide it. He had no history of drugs, he had no history of alcoholism, and all of a sudden he just one night he gets unalived from a highly suspicious. This is one of those conspiracy theories I also believe in. And I think, again, they're just whacking people off.
Damn.
The Simpsons don't predict the future, they know the future.
You know that Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons, may be a member of the Freemasons. In part 1, we introduced you to this theory, and now we are going to give you the evidence. The Freemasons are a secretive society that has been the subject of many conspiracy theories over the years. Many believe this group has the power to influence the world and everything that happens in it. For starters, many of the characters in The Simpsons have names that are linked to Freemasonry. For example, the character of Homer is named after the ancient Greek poet who wrote about the Trojan War. In Freemasonry, the Trojan War is a symbol of the struggle between good and evil. Additionally, there are several references to Freemasonry in various episodes of The Simpsons. For example, in one episode, Homer becomes a member of a secret society called the Stonecutters, which is clearly a parody of the Freemasons. Finally, Groening himself has admitted that he is fascinated by secret societies and conspiracy theories. In an interview with Playboy magazine, he said that he was inspired by the book The Illuminatus Trilogy, which explores the idea of a secret society that controls the world. Perhaps they don't actually predict anything. Maybe their influence is just so powerful that they are able to control what happens.
Darkest truth hidden from us.
But here's the craziest thing about Bill Clinton. So he goes to Princeton instantly. He gets an essay charge. So, you study these guys, they have that thing that happens early on their life. So now they got something they control you with. Especially when you're younger, more vulnerable. They tell you, we'll promise you all these things, so do what we need you to do. Pull the right triggers, we'll take care of you. So that the investigation of the JFK assassination was done by the Warren Committee. There was one guy in the entire committee that said, no, this isn't the real story. The guy who voted no, one day got in a plane and was never heard from again. He disappeared. Guess who drove him to the airport? It's really crazy if you study it. 'Cause everything is data. They compromise you sexually. Are you a psychopath? Would you just commit? Horrible crimes against your own family, and that's to get ahead. And most of these people would do it, and not even think twice about it.
Mr. Ham and his followers have this remarkable view of a worldwide flood that somehow influenced everything that we observe in nature. A 500-foot wooden boat, 8 zookeepers for 14,000 individual animals, every land plant in the world underwater for a full year. I ask us all, is that really reasonable? You'll hear a lot about the Grand Canyon, I imagine also, which is a remarkable place, and it has fossils. And the fossils in the Grand Canyon are found in layers. There is not a single place in the Grand Canyon where the fossils of one type of animal cross over into the fossils of another. In other words, when there was a big flood on the earth, you would expect drowning animals to swim up to a higher level. Not any one of them did. Not a single one. If you could find evidence of that, my friends, you could change the world. One of the extraordinary claims associated with Mr. Ham's worldview is that this giant boat, very large wooden ship, went aground safely on a mountain in the Middle East, what we now call the Middle East. And so places like Australia are populated then by animals who somehow managed to get from the Middle East all the way to Australia in the last 4,000 years. Now that to me is an extraordinary claim. We would expect then, somewhere between the Middle East and Australia, we would expect to find evidence of kangaroos. We would expect to find some fossils, some bones. In the last 4,000 years, somebody would have been hopping along there and died along the way, and we'd find them. And furthermore, there's a claim that there was a land bridge that allowed these animals to get from Asia all the way to the continent of Australia, and that land bridge has disappeared in the last 4,000 years. No navigator, no diver, no US Navy submarine, no one's ever detected any evidence of this, let alone any fossils of kangaroos.
So I can't say it, but I'm telling you, I know what's going to happen next. How much metal you have in your body will affect you when this thing happens. It has to do with frequency. Okay, so that I stay safe, that I can come back, and I stay alive, I want to tell you something. I will give you a hint to what he showed me. It's going to happen, and you have to get rid of these metals in your body. And it could happen tomorrow, it could happen, but they're going to say it's something else. You're going to have to do your own thinking about this. I don't want to get in trouble, but just stick a piece of foil in a microwave and picture that in your body.
Buddy, what if I told you there are fully functional biodomes on the ocean floor where entire human societies are being raised without any knowledge of the outside world? This isn't sci-fi. It's a classified government experiment that's been running for decades. These domes were set up by a coalition of deep state agencies and private entities looking to create a completely controlled environment, right? No external influences, no history, no outside interference. The people inside are born into a fabricated reality where everything from their culture to their technology is tightly regulated. They have artificial skies, controlled weather, okay, and a fake history designed to keep them in line. Look, I mean, it's dark, okay, because Lord knows what they're really doing with a lot of these folks. I mean, you could only imagine, by this point, there are hundreds of these separate biodomes with all of these people just living in a completely derivative state of reality. Look, for the sake of my well-being, I'm going to go ahead and say this is a joke for entertainment only, right? Just praying they don't come for me.
I don't put it past them. The reason why is because sometimes I feel like that's what they do to us. When we hear things like hollow earth, inner earth, Agartha, flat earth, outside the ice walls, and people be like, bro, we on a globe. Well, what if, you know what, I'm done with that conversation. I'm done with that conversation. And I've wasted too much time on it now to this point. So that's where it's like, if some people, I'm getting to that point where I vibrate to that level where whatever you believe in does not affect me at all. Do I care what anybody believes in? I really don't. My job is to put it out there. Who it gravitate to, that's who grabs it. Whoever don't, get rid of it. If it don't help you, it don't help you. That's not my duty. That's not my job. That's God's job to show you. My job is just give it. I'm gonna go on to the next. That's how I look at it. So if it resonate, it resonate. If it don't, it don't. If it help, it help. If it doesn't, it doesn't. God got the rest. I'm gonna let God do his job. I'm not playing God. But to me personally, like, that's why I think they do that to us. I do. I think that they got us isolated in this place called Earth with all these different countries states, different titles and names and places we can go. But really, there's more options outside of that. But they're controlling us, keeping us in a controlled environment. I mean, if they said they don't want us to have our own land and our own properties because we're self-sustainable, why wouldn't they want more control? I'm just asking. If they doing it to them people, what make us any different? If you think that we're any better than these people, what the hell make you think that, bro? When they be giving us, they be spraying in the sky. They spray our chemicals. They mess up our food. We get fake-ass food. We got worms in the food. Some people get under the weather with the craziest shit. Come on, bro. Flooding us out. Casualties left and right. Bombings and nukes and all types of shit, bro. People taking children. Come on, what are we talking about? They care about us more than they would care about them other people? I guess, bro. I don't know what world some of us live in, but clearly we all don't live in the same reality.
In the basement here. Go ahead. What is God?
Okay, so a lot of people think God is, quite in the biblical sense, a guy sitting up on a cloud who controls the universe, frankly, and has created all life. But my definition of God is not like that. I don't believe God is person or entity. God is just another form of energy. Well, actually is energy. Himself, well, not even himself, itself. For the fact that you look at the Bible and other really, awesome but extremely vague and unreliable sources in religion that, hold these sources that we find and facts that we find, or so-called facts that we find, and really a lot of people think it's just about faith. But if you relate the Bible to quantum physics and apply most of the laws actually in less of a figurative sense, but more of a literal sense, and replace it with things like the universe, you'll eventually find out that it explains in-depth quantum physics and astrophysics, experiments and theories. Well, maybe not theories, because maybe now they're proven. Who knows? Maybe the Bible isn't a story of something that happened on Earth, but maybe a story of how our universe began. For the fact that, honestly, I don't really buy into the literal biblical sense. Like, God is literally a guy who looks like us, who sits up in an alternate realm that's in our clouds and, watches over all of us. But I guess you could say that he's an energy form that created all, and is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. God, or energy, lives within us, through us, and is us, frankly.
So you said what? That God is the energy that is in us, created us, and is us. Is that your definition?
Yep.
I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Sort of, yeah. God is energy. That's my thing. And I mean, like, you look at dimensional theory, and eventually we have, a singularity at the beginning of the universe that is energy. And then, eventually that begins to slow down in vibration due to entropy or some other law of that sort. And then, first you get photonic light, and then that slows down, and then we get matter, and then that slows down. And then who else knows what comes next? We have gravity, and then we have time, all coming in at one sense. And I mean, does that sound like origin story to you? It kind of does a little bit to me, but, maybe that's just a coincidence. Maybe these philosophers, or unreliable monks we call them, that lived up in the mountains and wrote this weird book that doesn't have any factual evidence behind it, maybe they were quantum physicists ahead of their time, and maybe they're just trying to tell people, who lived a crazy long time ago, that there is an entire new quantum world out there.
This man literally became weightless because his friends did a spell on him. Watch this.
Life is. So, you're gonna go in and arm this lady.
They're starting the ritual now.
Wait,
So 2 fingers, you're gonna go under his legs. Right here, on his leg. No, right here, like under his thighs. Just 2 fingers, you're gonna try to lift him. Ready?
They can't pick him up. Watch. None of them can pick him up.
Let's do it again. Just for real. Ready, guys, lift him.
They show you again.
Alright, now. And stop. Over my left hand. Lay your left hand, go over top of mine. Don't touch it. Left hand over top of mine. Go ahead.
Do you feel
Alright, now,
anything?
I'm gonna go right hand. Lay the right hand.
Do you
Don't touch.
feel anything, Daisy?
Yes, I do. Hold on, stop. Hold it here. No, stop. Hold it here.
Watch
Let
this.
it tingle. Holy shit. Let it tingle. We're gonna get into the roof. This is how you charge it.
Yes.
Holy
They're
shit.
charging
You
the
guys feel that?
spell.
All right, go ahead and let go. There, Lena.
Watch this. This is insane.
All right, go under his legs, Lena. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
They literally could not pick this man up before they did this. Mind you, they literally each had 4 fingers in total on this man propelling him up. So tell me, do you really think magic is fake? As always, thank you for watching. Stay weird.
Where my doubters at? Where my doubters at? Go ahead. I gotta hear it. Where's it at? Go ahead. Y'all got green light. I'm gonna have to try this one out. I'm gonna have to try this one out. I know y'all gonna say recorded, but my family, we like to keep shit very private. If y'all haven't noticed, like we'll post a little on social media, but come on, bro. Like I don't even tag my family because I seen some of y'all reach out to my family when I did tag them, and y'all want to like DM them and DMing little sis and all that. Like, bro, she don't want people DMing her out the blue that she does not know. But y'all let me know if y'all have tried this. I don't know. I want to try it. But I know some people going to disagree. I'm going to go ahead and say I ain't tried this. So I'm not sure. I'm going to try it, though. I ain't never seen that. How y'all feel, though? Some people going to say it's cap. I'm waiting on it.
You guys are actually being shut down right now. We have our supervisors on the way out and our investigations team as well. So I need all your employees to come out to the front here and just have a seat. Every single employee here is being detained and nobody is free to go.
They were yelling and screaming at me.
Okay.
And then the guy starts, I'm talking to the people at Taco Bell. And then they come up and they're yelling and screaming at me. Say, get the hell out of here. Just go. Just go. And I want my order.
Okay.
I ordered it.
Okay. So he takes one bite, immediately starts vomiting, burning throat, all that other stuff. He gave consent. They're going to go, CSI is going to leave the hospital after collecting the food and the poison. They're going to go to his house, collect all the vomit samples with the poison in it.
It was actual rat poison was put in the food, so it's these green balls right here. So we're looking for anything like that, traps that may have been broken open. Right now they're treating this as an attempted homicide investigation.
Damn, that restaurant about to be closed for good, bro.
Lolo.
Hey, yo, I need to see the other side of that box.
Nah, y'all, what the hell happened to Lil Baby? All jokes aside, what the hell is going on with Lil Baby? Y'all remember the movie They Cloned Tyrone? Y'all seen how they cloned Tyrone in that movie? That shit was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Lil Baby has been acting unusual. Y'all remember Lil Baby said he wouldn't tattoo his body, right? Let alone his legs. I'm not gonna lie, this man got the bad bitch tattoos. That's tattoos bad bitties be getting. He has never been the same after this incident. Since this happened, Lil Baby has never been the same. I do not know what really happened at that party. I mean, you can see what happened a little bit, but we don't know the rest of it. This photo itself took a toll on Lil Baby. I just want to know what made him go and be like, I want to get tattoos on my thigh, on my upper thigh. Not right over the knee, but a little further up. And then y'all look at this video when he was on stage. Y'all, the shorts is killing me. The shorts. I don't know what that side say, but I know this say baby. Nah, fool, nah. I need y'all thoughts on this down below in the comments. How do y'all feel about that new tattoo?
Yeah, Lil Baby ain't been the same. He been different.
Now, Mr. Epstein's flight log. The records were released. You're talking about over 2,300 documents, 4 private jets. And that was between 1998 to 2020 where these flights were conducted. Shall we look at the names? Man, I can't believe this. You're talking about easily over 50 names. Some of these names I have heard of, and some of these names, of course, I have not. Let's start off with Adam Perry Lang. Second name, damn, Akon. Hope you don't get locked up. You ain't gonna be singing. Locked up. All right, next person. Alan Dershowitz. That devil. You did it, Mr. Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz, for those who don't know, was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. He also was a man who was telling the people back then when they were pushing the shots, you have no right to not receive it. And if the government wants to, they can plunge it into your arm. I said, this dude is a devil. Crazy. Alberto Pinto. Alec Baldwin. There's one of the Baldwins down. Elisa Rogers. Anderson Cooper. From my understanding, also gets paid very well from Pfizer. Mr. Cooper, we don't know. We don't know, man. It's just your names here. It's just the names. Andrea Mitrovic. Andreas Pastrana. I believe that was the former Colombian president. Anthony Kaisos. Barack Obama. We don't know. We don't know. And some of y'all like, see, I knew it. Just chill out. Okay, because if you didn't do that for every person I just named, then stop. You're being selective, all right? We're just reading the names. We're just reading the names. Ben Affleck. Damn. Beyonce Knowles. Okay. Hey, man. Hey, we don't know. That's all I'm saying. We don't know. Some of y'all like, no. Wait. Don't react. Analyze. Think. Remember, they had a lot of fundraisers. Y'all like reason to knock it off. They're all just wait a minute. They legitimately have fundraisers on the island. So again, we don't know, but it makes it hard to find out who is and who isn't because there's so many involved in this gumbo pot. Oh, it's crazy. Ben Affleck, Beyonce, Bill Clinton. He did it. God damn it. I'm going to call it now. Mr. Clinton, I was not on that. Yes, you were on the island. Yes, there is a picture of you in Jeffrey Epstein's apartment, I believe, in New York. Have you seen this painting? I want y'all to look at this. This creepy painting of Bill Clinton sitting in a blue dress, pointing at everyone who walks in the building. Like, you next. I got you. We got you. You and the family. You a part of it now. Like, have y'all seen this picture? Bill Clinton, you don't have too many alibis, sir. Bill Hammond. Oh, Bill Murray. Word. Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, Bill Murray. Ryan Affleck. Karen Casey. Casey Wassman. Charlie Sheen. Mr. Charlie Sheen. All right. I believe there was something dealing with a that he had, or he didn't reveal that, and I think he gave it to someone. And that was a big deal. Chelsea Handler. Oh, no. Not our brother. Chris Tucker. Really? Damn, Chris. All right, man. Let's just say you was there doing comedy for a fundraiser. That I would believe. You know, they hiring black folk to come on the islands to dance and sing and make people laugh. So you can probably get a pass on that, Chris. But still, we don't know. Cindy Lopez, Chris Wagner, C. Teigen. Interesting. Claire Hazel, Courtney Love. Wow. Dan Schneider, David Koch, David Yorefsky, Demi Moore, Doug Band, Ed Tuttle, Ehud Barak. Interesting. Emmy Taylor, Freya Wissing, Gary Roxburgh, Ghislaine Maxwell, who was behind bars right now. She was the madam. She was recruiting the girls for Mr. Epstein. Ghislaine Maxwell, Glenn Dubin. Interesting. Gwen Stefani. Word. Okay. Gwendolyn Beck, Heather Mann, Henry Rozovsky. Let's go up to the next side of this list. Now we get into the J's, and this is going to get interesting. James Franco. Ooh, Mr. Franco. Boy. James Gunn. Jean-Luc Brunel. Jean-Michel Gaffey. Well, of course, Jeffrey Epstein. This is his list. Jeffrey Jones. Jim Carrey. Oh, liar, Jim Carrey. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Jim Carrey. Fun with Dick and Jane, Jim Carrey. Ace Ventura, The Mask. Bruce Almighty, James Carrey from In Living Color. We made him famous. But you know what? He did come out and start exposing Hollywood. So we'll see, Mr. Carrey. But again, we just don't know. Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, I have my belief on that one, Mr. Kimmel. I think you for sure wasn't part of all the party and festivities. I'm pretty sure. Still, I don't know, but Yeah. Joe Pagino, John Cusack, John Legend. John Legend. What were you doing at Mr. Epstein? Again, now every time I see an actor or when I see a comedian, a rapper, a singer, I'm assuming you were there for entertainment. I am assuming that because these were parties, most of the time parties and fundraisers. So normally if they hire one of our folks, you're the entertainment. But then again, we don't know if you did more or less than simply entertain or help to fund or sponsor. We don't know. We have no clue whatsoever. John Legend, Juan Pablo Molyneux, Juliet Bryant, Justin Rowland, Kathy Griffin, Katy Perry. Yep. Kevin Spacey. Yep. Kirsty Rogers, Larry Summers, Larry Vizosky, Lawrence Krauss, Linda Pinto, Lisa Summers, Lynn Forrester, Dale Rothschild. Well, we just assume with that last name that you're sponsoring the whole thing. We don't know. Madonna Gicone, Mandy Ellison, Mark Collins Rector, Mark Epstein, Mark Lloyd, Marshall Mathers III. Hold up. Is that Eminem? Is indeed Eminem. Damn. Okay, hold on. Y'all threw a curveball in there. Jim Carrey was already a big enough curveball, but Eminem? We have no idea. I'm just going over the names. I'm just reading these names and it's blowing my mind. Let's see. Mackinda Luntz, Meryl Streep, Michelle Wolf, Naomi Campbell. We don't know. Oliver Sacks, Oprah Winfrey. There is too much smut and your associations are too devilish, too wicked, and too evil. Too pedophilish, too disgusting, if those are words. Too disgusting. We don't know. Paula Epstein, Peter Manning, Pharrell Williams. Brother. All right. I'm doing my best not to go in on people, y'all, because, again, we don't know. These are just names, and it is, again, blowing my mind. Ray Barzana, Ricardo Legoretta, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man himself. Interesting. Rodney Slater, Ron Burke, Sandy Berger, Sarah Kellen, Seth Green. Shelly Harrison, Shelly Lewis, Sophie Biddy, Stephanie Germanata, Stephen Collins, Stephen Colbert. Man, that's a lot of y'all in here. Steven Spielberg. What were you doing over there? Ooh. Not only Stephen Colbert, not only Steven Spielberg, but Steven Tyler. It was known that Steven Tyler had a girl signed over to him by her very own parents, who was a teenager. I believe she was 14 or 15 when he was a heavy rock star. Her name was Julia Holcomb. In 1975, Steven Tyler convinced the parents of Julia Holcomb, a 14-year-old groupie, to sign over the guardianship to him so that he could have her right there with him. Y'all need to make sure you look this up. See, now the ones who are legit, we can point at actual facts that back this up. Steven Tyler, you for sure are legit on that list. Tanya Davis, Tom Hanks. Forrest Gump is on the list. Tyler Grasham, Victor Salva, Virginia Roberts. The one who was primarily behind why Jeffrey Epstein was arrested in the first place. Really? Damn, the last four names gonna get y'all. Wanda Sykes, Will Ferrell. I can't say his name last. I'm gonna leave another one for last. Will Smith. I don't believe he was there for anything like that. I truly believe he was there for the fundraising side of things. But again, we don't know because there's so much going on with everything. And last but not least, Woody Allen. Sun Yi Previn, the wife of Woody Allen. That's crazy. So some of these folks absolutely legitimately belong on this list because they were a part of the party. They were helping to set up the party. They were the ones involved. They know they were the ones. Some of these other ones is like, maybe they were there just for the festivities again to set up and or not set up. They were there just to be involved with fundraising. They were there to be involved with helping with the causes per se. But geez, man, what do y'all think about this? I want you to go ahead and comment below and you tell me which name shocked you the most, because I've already looked at so many of these things and it blows my mind that this actually happened. And then there are so many names that are not on the list who were involved with this individual by the name of Jeffrey Epstein.
See, how hard is that to just give some of the names? And somebody in the comments said Pharaoh Allah actually posted the list, I think in 2017. I'm not sure. I think it was 2017. The one that shocked me the most, I don't know. Maybe Wanda Sykes is the one that shocked me the most. Wanda Sykes is the one that got me the most. I wouldn't have expected her to be on that list. But expectations lead to disappointment. Don't expect shit. And I wasn't expecting her to be on there, and it disappointed me. That's how I live my life. Expectations lead to disappointment. So I just stayed balanced. But also I'm going to say is, here I'm with some people were there for fundraisers. Some people were there for entertainment. I get that. So he can't fully put them in that. I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. But again, like he said, you can't pick and choose. If, like, some people are going to get hyped when they see some names, but some people are going to have a reasoning why some names ain't on there. Look, Will Smith is he has some of my favorite movies. I like Will Smith as an actor. Some people could disagree. That don't matter to me. If I like certain foods, that shit don't make your stomach hurt if you eat it. It's what I like. How's that concern you? That's what I always understand when people like, you like Will Smith, bro. Hey, how does that concern you though? It's my preference. I don't know, man. Like, you supposed to be on everybody's ass. I don't care who it is. See, like, I rock with Nip. I rock with the marathon, the blueprint he laid. I rock with that. If I seen Nip name pop on there, I'm not gonna come up with a reason. I'm gonna be like, ooh, let me go look, bro. Let me check that out. Let me see. Let me check. And if I'm wrong and I can't, and I see myself not rocking with him no more, I mean, that's what it is. I'm like that with Drake. Drake was one of my favorite artists. I heard the ghostwriting rumors. I'm like, ooh, bro, you can't be top 5. You ain't writing your lyrics. Then I look at him like, wait, but what about the allegations Kendrick is bringing up? You still ain't said you ain't did it. I had to take Drake off my listeners. I can't listen to him no more. It's simple. It's simple. But some people are not easy to let go of their beliefs like that either, or the people they like. But I don't know, man. I don't know. And I'm sure there was people that went there who was unsure of what was going on. Like new artists. Some artists is fresh from the streets, bro. Some artists is fresh from the struggle. They don't know what that shit like. Some of these actors too. They get there, they like, you want to come to this party? It's going to be a dope party. There's this guy named Jeffrey Epstein. He's people you want to meet. There's going to be so many people there that you want to meet. They get there, party cool, until the lights click and you start seeing some of the other shit and you like, whoa, bro. And some of these people probably just, it's laid on them like that. Either you gonna go with it or you not. Me, I'm gonna have to go all the way back to that plane. And when we came, I'm like, hey, I'm ready to go, bro. I'm gonna have to dip. I'm gonna lead a party or something. They gonna know I'm not feeling it. Let me know how y'all feel. But then people like that probably don't make it up out of there either. Just asking. Your plane probably gonna land in that ocean instead of landing on that airstrip back in the States. Let me know if that's a reach.
He did not act alone. A terrifying abduction caught on camera. Someone sprinting with 7-year-old Jamal White in their arms, putting him into a white Jeep.
I'm glad he's okay, but it's kind of like, I still can't rest because who would do something like this to a 7-year-old?
This new video 12 News obtained Monday shows the Jeep parked on the side of the street Friday night. It starts to move as Jamal is spotted riding his bike on the sidewalk, returning from a nearby park. The boy's aunt says her brother was driving the sedan, following alongside his young son. The camera catching the white Jeep turning around, then later blocking the end of their driveway. 2 people got out of the Jeep simultaneously. One, who appears to be holding a gun, tried following the man into the house. The other chased the little boy down the driveway. Seconds later, the suspect comes back into frame with Jamal in his arms, putting him into the Jeep. Do you have answers as to why in the world this happened yet?
We don't have any answers, and I feel like that is what is bothering the family a lot. I feel like a lot of us are unsettled.
Unsettled as family is seen running out of the home. The boy's father spotted slamming his arms on the trunk of his car. That was about 7 p.m. Friday night. The state not.
Hey, I need to hear more about that. I need to hear more about that whole story. And as the dad, you left your son, bro. You supposed to take the bullet for your son. I would have, damn, bro, hell nah. I'm gonna grab little homie. I got you, and you ain't getting them, bro. We about to fight. We going there. You gotta protect, man. That's your job. That's how my mom raised me. Me and my mom been through some real sticky situations. Really sticky situations. And I done protected her to a low vibrational I had to go to some places, some dark places, to protect my own mom and my sister. Did it almost risk my freedom? Yes. But it's for the family, bro. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is my family being safe, happy, and straight. That's it. So for me, I already know how I'm coming with my little one, and that's how, like I said, that's how I was raised. I've been stepping like that before I was stepping like that for my moms and sis. What I'm gonna do for my child? I don't know. Fellas, what y'all doing if that's you? Mothers, I know how y'all coming. Moms don't play with their children. Dads don't either. Real dads don't either. I ain't slamming no damn hood or trunk of the car, bro. I gotta take the bullet that day. I gotta take the shot, bro. I got to. We gonna die fighting, because I'm not about to let you take my child. No. Hell no. How y'all feeling, man? I ain't like that clip. He hit that. He should have hit one of them.
From having pyramids in the sky now to having these floating octopus or whatever this is, y'all. Have y'all seen this? Check this out, man. This was recorded in Massachusetts yesterday. This guy was driving down his road and he looked up and he seen this glowing octopus in the sky. Look at this. Is that Korma from Naruto? Alright, so I zoomed in for you guys. Check this out, y'all. Look at this. Y'all not telling me that that's a kite. Y'all not telling me, because why does it have a glow to it? Why doesn't it look from this world, y'all? Look at this. What is that? Y'all, there is something going on with our reality, man. There's another reality merging with ours, because again, we've never seen anything like this. That's not a kite, y'all. That thing is glowing red, fire red in the sky. That's literally some anime stuff, man. I told y'all, man, our life is literally these movies and these TV shows. It's like all our lives we grew up with these things in our face in comic books and television, and they told us it's science fiction, but this thing is happening in our reality right here, right now. The Bible also tells us that men's hearts will fail them for what they are getting ready to see. So what are we about to see that we have never seen before, or what they've been putting in our face that we don't actually realize it's real? It's gonna get a lot more interesting, y'all. Let me know that in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Y'all see Korma. Let's get it. Peace in.
And we always see those octopus things.
A nigga just appeared in the middle of the street, man, and was running, man. He didn't come out of no building. He didn't run from this way or for that way. That nigga just appeared in the middle of the street and started running, man. I never seen no shit like this in my life.
You seen him, then we know we're not bugging out together.
That's a fact, B. And we saw the same shit. He didn't come out of nothing. That's a fact. And that nigga just popped in the middle of the street running, man. He dropped from the sky.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I've got a question.
Damn, man. People gotta learn to slow down. Lucky they didn't hit none of these tombstones. Real lucky. Hello? You alright? You okay? What the hell? What the f is going on here? There ain't nobody there. Miss?
Hello?
I forgot all about that clip. I still can't understand what was going on. Y'all let me know. It reminds me of the clip with the dude that was fishing. And he heard the screaming going on in the bathroom. He gets to the bathroom and there's nothing in there. Y'all remember that clip? I know y'all gotta remember that clip. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all again. Shout out to the Collective. If you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. Man, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all again. Make sure y'all post notifications are on. Make sure you subbed up. Because again, I don't know why. Because again, I don't know why. But y'all not getting y'all notifications when I drop. Well, you know what? We know why. Y'all not getting notifications when I drop. And I'm not even getting the messages. I'm not even getting notified when y'all reply back to the comments. So if y'all comment and I reply to the comment, I won't get notified that y'all replied. It's not refreshing nothing for me. Again, we know all these answers, bro. We know all these answers. We know the answers to all this shit. So, again, I'm just going to tell y'all got to make sure y'all doing y'all job, which is make sure y'all post notifications on. Make sure all y'all post it. Y'all hit the notification for all notifications. And make sure you subbed up. I don't know. I seen comments, too, if y'all saying y'all got unsubbed. That's been going on since day 1 of this channel. I don't know why that's the case. Again, damn. We know why that's the case. So, with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Collective. But until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know